Alright guys, so now we're looking at a Epiphone, the Dot Studio. And she's in, she's pretty rough. It's got a couple acoustic strings on here. But I don't think it'll be too bad to change the strings, shine this thing up, get it playing nicely. Let's do this first right off the bat. Let's see if her electronics are working good. Yep. She's just dusty and dirty and needs new strings. Yeah, somebody put an acoustic string on it. But it's got a lot of, it looks like somebody plays it, so. It's being used. And in a way, that's a good thing. To buy a guitar and leave it in its case and never play it. If it's an inexpensive Epiphone like this, you're supposed to play your guitars and have fun with them. Although this one kind of looks like maybe a kid had it. Because she's really dusty. But to have that acoustic string on there, that's kind of telling me maybe a kid had it. Here's what we're going to do on this one. We're just going to throw a little bit of furniture polish on it. And then let's just kind of clean it off. Okay, let's hit the back here. Don't think I need any more furniture polish, because now my rags are pretty much covered in it. Handcrafted in China. But if you want a big old jazz box kind of ES335 kind of a thing, this is your most inexpensive, well, at least from Epiphone, this is your most inexpensive version of that guitar without having to go and buy a Firefly or something like that. Okay, so now this is a basic restring video, but I'm going to just show you the condition of some of these frets. They're rough, and so I'm going to do the whole thing where I put my fret guard along there and a little bit of some 1000 grit sandpaper. Here's a little piece of it right here. And we're just going to go along like this just to clean them. And it does actually kind of smooth them out nicely. And for the amount of time that this takes, I do not mind doing this so that when this customer picks this guitar up, he's going to be like, dang bro, I got a brand new guitar. It's going to feel like a new guitar. That's my goal. This belongs to a guy that comes in the store and has bought a lot of guitars from me. And he's a returning customer, so to give him, you know, what was that, 30 seconds? Okay, let's put some F1 oil on it now. Music Nomad F1 oil. No fret markers on this guitar. Okay, for this I'm going to use a paper towel. We'll just smear this on here. And then work it back and forth like this. To clean and lubricate this fretboard. Right? It's working. Hit it one more time. Okay. So one more quick look at the fretboard here now then. If you guys are watching this on your phone, you might not be able to see this. If you're at home watching this on your big screen TV, you might be able to see this better. But it just shined up the frets a little bit. Clean the fretboard. Okay, we're going to look at scale length here. I got my tape measure. And you guys all know that this is a Gibson scale length. 24 3/4. So on the Gibson stuff, unless my customer absolutely tells me what gauge he wants, and he didn't in this case, so I'm going to put a set of 10 gauge strings on this. So go ahead and roll the jingle. Today's string choice. Ernie Ball regular slinky 10 through 46, made in USA, out of Coachella, California. Going to throw a set of regular slinkies on here. So I have my my notched straight edge, and it says short guitar scale on this side. This side is the long scale. We're going to use the short scale side on this one. Set it on there, and then I have to tilt it up like this to take a look. Oh, she looks nice. Nice and straight. Okay, so I'm just going to stretch the strings out a little bit now. String height feels good. What I do is to protect the nut, I leave my hand down here. Stretch these, just pull on them a little bit, stretch them. Make sure that it's seated nicely into the bridge this way, as far as the stop bar. And then you got to be a little bit easier on these higher strings, because they'll snap on you if you tug on them too tight. And then I even kind of do the old Iron Man thing down here sometimes, and I tug on it a little bit above the nut. And that's just to make sure that it's traveling through the nut nicely. Okay, let's tune this thing back up. Okay, an Epiphone. It plays really good. It was dusty and dirty when it came in, but it cleaned up fast. It cleaned up nice. There's no dents or scrapes or anything on this one. So, real nice guitar. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, guys, so sitting on the bench right now today, doing a quick restring on it. This is an Ibanez, the EX series, and it's left-handed. And I'd already started on it, and I'm like, oh, I might as well start the camera and show these guys some of the guitars that come in. And this will be a good one for the Restring Saturday episodes that we do, where we compile, you know, 3 or 4 guitars into the same video. But this one is a left-handed, and a grandfather brought it in for his grandson, who is 11 years old. And, you know, there's some kids that are playing at 11 years old. I think I started at 14. But once in a while, it's funny where I'll get a very proud mom will come in with a 4-year-old. And she's like, yeah, he's ready for a guitar. And I say, sorry, ma'am, I kind of beg to differ. I don't think he's ready. Oh, he's very talented. He's ready. I don't think he's ready. But sometimes they get mad at me for doing that. Okay, our trem. And there's no whammy bar. And our trem is all the way as tight as it will go. Now, if it was me and it was my guitar, and I would do that. But for an 11-year-old, I kind of think that's a good idea, just to snug it down as tight as it will go. And that will help keep it in tune. Don't know how many whammy bar tricks the 11-year-old is going to do, but I mean, there's some really talented kids out there, and it's really fun to watch them. There's been a couple of young kids that have gone on and had a ton of success. And they started very young. Of course, we all know about Joe Bonamassa, right? He was a youngster playing guitar. So what they did right here, I'm having trouble getting the string out because they put the string through, then they wound it around once and shoved it back in there. So I hate when guys do that. So I take a straight screwdriver and I try to get in here and pull it apart and get the string out. I've seen this drive guys crazy. Yeah, so when you're restringing a guitar, don't loop the string back around and shove it back through the hole. Okay, guys? It's not necessary. Makes it really hard on the next guy changing the strings out. but I got it. So let's just take a look at it here. All the saddles are straight across. Gonna tighten these two up a little bit here, and then I'm gonna tighten up the G string a little bit, and give it a little better chance of being intonated right off the bat. High jumbo frets on this one. I'm just going to take a little furniture polish to this one. Spray some on the maple fretboard. Not too much dirt on it. Little bit of wear on the first, second, third fret. It's got the 5-way switch. Just trying to shine it up. The Ibanez EX series guitars. And on the back of the tag right here, pretty sure that says made in Korea. Nice maple neck. Let's look at the neck and see if it's straight. And so I'm going to put my notched straight edge on here. And this is a long scale, and ooh, there's a lot of relief in that. So let's go ahead and we'll tighten this and snug it down a little bit. Let me see if I have the right wrench here. There we go. So it's snugged down a little bit there. Sometimes you just very delicately do this kind of thing to it, just to help that truss rod work a little bit. I'm not pushing down hard, but I'm giving it a little bit. And then we can take our fret guard, put it across these frets right here with a little 1000 sandpaper, just to get a little bit of the dirt and shine it up a little bit on here. Get a little bit of the dirt and maybe some rust is starting. This is what I've found that does an awesome job right off the bat. Yeah, this has got some jumbo frets on it. I'm gonna guess this guitar is from the 1990s. It may be early 2000s though. The EX series Ibanez. Okay, let's take a second look at this now. I have to tilt the guitar up to take a look. It got a little bit better, but I'm going to see if I can snug it one more time. There we go. There we go. Still has a little tiny bit of relief in it. And for an 11-year-old, we wanted to play good and easy. I'm going to put a set of 9-gauge strings on it. So let me go get the strings. This video is brought to you by Swiss Picks. It's not just a pick, it's a science. Available at ZIMM'S Guitars or at www.swisspicks.com. Today's strings, Ernie Ball Super Slinky, 9 through 42. The most successful string packaging in the world. Very recognizable. Okay, now when you're stringing this thing up, you have to keep in mind that this is a left-handed guitar. So when you flip it over like this, don't stick it in right up here. Just got to stick it in down here because it is the low E string. So everything's kind of backwards. I remember having a right-handed Ibanez EX series bass that I played for a while. They're kind of fun guitars. This has a Fender style nut on it, where the nut is cut in a channel in the fretboard, and it lays in here. Okay, so since this is in as far as it will go, it's okay to go ahead and put the back plate back on now, because there's no more adjusting to be done back here. Okay, so there it is, an Ibanez EX series. Left-handed, I can't play it, but I just thought, you know, it'd be fun for you guys to see one of these. I know a lot of you guys have probably had one of these back in the day, and again, thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great day.